I remember a lot of it.
I know what you're saying, people. There were so many unanswered questions.
Does that help?
A little.
Yeah, there we go.
I know what you're thinking, people. There were so many unanswered questions with the first Robo Vampire
Oh my god.
that, of course, it needed a sequel. But there were so many unanswered questions from the second movie, it deserved a trilogy.
Not really, but it got it. Okay, do you want me to discuss what first I remember?
Okay.
Okay, and
Wait.
then
Let me
you can.
see. Let me see if I can remember the three titles of this movie. It's Counter Destroyer, which makes no real sense. I have a theory as to why it's called that, but that's it. Robo Vampire 3 Counter Destroyer. And there's another one called, like, the Vam. 1 second.
Gotta look it up, folks.
The Vampire is Not Dead.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you have to know that you have to know that the true title is, of course, Robo Vampire 3. Because if you don't know it, you'll get confused without knowing the previous films.
Well, they don't run right after the other. They don't even go together.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so
wait. Let me just. I'm kidding. You're safe. This series has such horrible continuity. I'm surprised it's not an A-Tor movie. Okay, so.
Okay, ready?
Well.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the beginning.
No, wait. I want to say one more thing.
Bye.
You know how they say You know how they say the phrase, 3 is the magic number?
3's a charm.
Third time's the charm. This is Robo Vampire 3, the cash grab. Believe it or not, this is not only the worst of the Robo Vampire movies, but it's the most pathetic and the most misleading of the Robo Vampire movies. I am shocked as you are, people. Okay, you can talk now.
Okay, so there's this director. He wants to make a film before another director movie house gets theirs done, and it's done about the Chinese
Ming Dynasty, maybe?
Yeah, dynasty. So, a writer and her assistant, they go to a remote place. It's supposed to be China, but I think it's Indonesia.
It could be Los Angeles for all we know.
No.
Okay,
No.
it could be like New York City or Philadelphia.
No.
Pittsburgh?
No. So anyway, they go off to this remote place. They have a driver that takes them. And as they're going back to this villa or whatever.
As they're about to go into the house, I made a joke. It's like,
No, before the house, they meet that guy.
Oh.
That's doing all this burning things and whatever. And the driver is like, stay away from him, stay away from him. And she's like, I have to learn all the cultures if I'm writing this movie correctly.
Stay away from him. He's going to human centipede you. Was that a racist accent?
That was not necessary. That was totally just
That's the setup.
Out of line.
The setup with these two girls going in to meet this guy and
they weren't going to meet anybody.
To go into this house with this guy, it's like
he was just a driver.
That's all I kept thinking.
Oh.
Either I could have either said that or I could have said, free pizza! You two were free pizza! Free pizza, man! Free pizza!
So they go in there.
But I decided
they
to
start
use the
to get settled down, which you should settle down. And then the phone rings, and it was for her. And the movie director was like, "Okay, are you settled? Are you ready to write?" Blah 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 blah. And then she rips the phone out of the wall and gives it to the driver and says he can go now. And he says, "You really should keep a phone." She goes, "Nope, I won't need one. You'll come back in a week and we will be done with the script." So he made it out to the car with the phone, and the phone rang, and then strangled him.
And then
So
little
I don't
bunny
think
Foo-Foo comes hopping around.
I don't think he was going to be back in a week.
So, is this where the vampire part comes in?
Well, it starts to these hopping guys from the first one.
Yeah, if you've
Well,
ever
first,
seen,
first, no, it was a vampire that didn't even look like a vampire.
if you've ever
Looked like a
seen
man-eating man that was
Cannibal,
all dark and yuck.
okay, if you've ever seen that SNL Bambi sketch where Vin Diesel is Thumper and he's like this, like,
Well, that was in the first and second movie.
that's pretty much what
These
this is.
hopping guys.
Well, I guess the series does have continuity.
Oh my god! But there were only two in this one. The first one had a gazillion of them.
Now, you're probably thinking, this movie is called Robo Vampire. The cover has RoboCop fighting a vampire
Oh, he does show up,
for like 5 minutes.
and
This
he's
is the
trying to.
Transformers 5 of Robo Vampire movies.
And he's trying to shoot him. If you have a vampire, you need a wooden cross.
Or holy water, maybe.
Oh
Or garlic.
my god! So everyone is trying to shoot him. That don't do anything. And then this vampire, yeah.
Impregnates or turns one of them into a vampire? Turns one of the girls into a vampire?
But they go swimming and she does daydreaming and then the other one daydreams and
I was
oh my
losing
god.
It's not good when a vampire kung fu
RoboCop.
ninja movie is boring, but oh dang, he whatever pseudonym Godfrey Ho made it boring. Hey, on the plus side, we can see another Godfrey Ho movie next year. And that's a tease.
No.
It's one of those where it's in the
Please,
category.
no.
It's in the camp of misleading covers.
Oh jeez.
Where it's like, oh my god, this looks so cool, and then you watch it and it's like, wait, this isn't like it. This doesn't have ninjas with chainsaws
Well, and
and
then
Satan
well,
being
yeah,
controlled by Satan.
but the other plot is that Lady PI that this new film producer hired, and then she kind of has a crush on the police detective, and then they try to figure it out, and she does some whacking around,
And
beating up people, and
well, that's
it's
probably
just
taken from like one of 500 other Godfrey Ho movies.
so there's like three plots going on.
Are you new to Godfrey Ho?
No, I don't know.
He makes a movie for $9, and then he staples
I thought it was what, 3 billion or no? It was $9. Oh my god.
and then he pads it out with stock footage he finds from unfinished films. Like there's a Pierre Kirby movie called like Thunder of the Gigantic Serpent, and there's another I think it was Godfrey Ho. I think he did a movie called Zombies versus Ninjas, which barely has zombies or ninjas.
Well, this did have both. It did have a zombie vampire, and it had these hopping dudes with their arms straight out. Do, 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 do.
Well, it's a good thing we're not seeing Night of the Lepus this year.
And then
that can be in the future, folks.
Then before RoboCop shows up, the other cop is
finally shows up.
Well, the other cop is in the woods, like around the house, and he's beating up the vampire and the two.
Should I tell you? Should I say the part that you had to like turn away for?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay, well, he kind of rips off the director kind of rips off either Alien or Aliens, or maybe the stock footage that he found, where there's like, I need to show her tummies.
Oh.
Where he's one of the girls is like getting pregnant, and then it's like the kind of thing where it's like moving or something, like it's gonna explode, and And this is the weirdest pregnancy I've ever seen on film. A
Boy.
little, yeah, like an 8 or 9 year old boy, maybe, or maybe a little person, jumps in the air and then lands. So,
Right, and he refers to the vampire as, "Oh, that's my daddy." So, yeah. But
but
they
sure,
had to they
but
had to
sure,
get him out of her, and then she realized what she did. Her assistant she killed. And then they buried her there instead of taking her back, which I didn't understand. She wasn't from there. They were just on location trying to write about the Chinese dynasty. Oh, and all of this was dubbed. Okay,
well,
so
duh.
they're moving their mouths, and by that doesn't match what the words are.
I think it did for the two girls.
Well,
Sometimes.
the one assistant sounded like a guy some of the times.
What are you talking about? It's
Don't you
like,
want
what the
something to
heck?
eat?
It's like, huh?
Yeah, just odd. Very odd, folks.
Well, this
Very
had.
odd.
Well, I guess this is. This. That means this is in the same universe as Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence.
I don't
Which
know.
makes more sense because it's.
Oh,
I've shown you that movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have. It was with the
We've
dubbing.
seen a lot of
It was
movies.
the. It was one where there's like a guy who's like looking at like one white zombie with like short curly hair, and he was saying like Jim Morrison.
Oh, God.
Then there was another one where it was a zombie with like yellow with like blonde hair, and it was like Jimi Hendrix.
I remember you from.
Woodstock. It was like he was like going like this, like or no, the Jimi Hendrix one had like white and short curly hair, like Corey Matthews from Rolling Stones. Like Jimmy, I own all your records, all your albums, man. You look nothing like you did at Woodstock. I was there. You were. See,
Anyway.
this needed comedy dubbers.
Yeah.
Um,
So, would you recommend it?
God no.
Oh, God. No, 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 no. If you watch the first two, good luck. You can watch this one. But I don't
No,
recommend
just
it.
watch this review. This review is funnier, shorter, and makes more sense than the third one.
Yeah.
But anyway, one thing I do want to say is, one thing but sure, let me tell you how Stephanie Myers ruined the vampire lore with Twilight. Let me tell you. But yeah, Robo Vampire 3. Add this to the list of movies that Hollywood should do a remake of. I'd like to see a remake of this
Oh
movie.
my God. Oh
I'd
my
like to
God.
see a remake.
What? People that can speak Chinese, Indonesian, or US, American?
You could set it in America. You could set in like, I don't know, Chicago, Philadelphia, it's LA, Texas.
But you can't have the Oriental jumping guys.
So have black female ninjas. Boom, there.
Okay, whatever. Okay, folks, I gotta get to bed. I gotta go to
Hey,
work
don't you remember
tomorrow.
that movie that I showed you?
I gotta go to work tomorrow, so.
Reminds me of a movie called Cheerleader Ninjas. Maybe we should review that one day.
Oh my
Anyway,
God, there's too many ninjas. Vampires, cheerleaders, everybody wants to be a ninja.
well, I need to think of a new franchise next. I'll think of something. Okay.
Okay.
Join us next time when Kay will probably pick a movie that's spy related. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Or probably not, I don't know.
Who knows?
I was just playing the odds.